I want to eat a deer. I have heard he is very, very, very delicious. But I have not eaten him yet. We have lots of deers in the parks. This is an orca killer whale. Have you ever seen Free Willy? You're too young. There's a famous movie about orcas. They're really cute, but you really should not get close to them. They're dangerous. Moose, yes. We also eat moose, but I have not eaten moose. I want to eat a moose next. I love squirrels. They're very cute, and they are everywhere. Everywhere. If you go on a picnic and you go somewhere else, maybe they will steal your things. Cute. Now I'm going to tell you about some Canadian sports. What sport is this? Hockey, right? I heard it over there. This is hockey. This is probably our national sport. We love hockey. I told you we don't like Russia that much. Russia is our #1 rival in hockey, and then the United States is probably our #2 rival. Those are the most important games of the year. I don't like hockey, so I don't watch, but everyone else does. If you go to a bar, if you go to your friend's house, it's going to be on TV. So hockey. And what sport is this? Lacrosse, yes. Lacrosse is actually a First Nation sport. If you don't know what First Nations are, that's what Americans call Indians. Native Americans, they made lacrosse. Lacrosse, we turned into hockey. So before hockey, there was lacrosse, and we made it into hockey. Looks really cool, but it looks really, really hard. I've never played lacrosse. I don't know how to catch it in that net. Difficult. And another sport Canada dominates in the Olympics. We're really good at this. It's curling. Have you seen curling? Do you like curling? No, good, yes. Every Canadian high school student hates curling. It is very boring. When I was in high school, we all used to talk about how much we hated it. Next. So you just push it and you get it to the middle. This is Canada's national anthem. I'm a very good singer, so I'm going to sing it for you. No. No. I'm not a good singer. I am not going to sing it. No. We're going to just read it together very fast. Okay, I'll try to sing it. Oh, oh Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons command. With glowing hearts, we see it rise. You should put your hand on your heart. If the Korean anthem plays, I would put my hand on my heart. So. Thank you. You should also stand up. No, it's okay. Yeah. The true north, strong and free, from far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. One more time. I'm sorry I cannot sing. Next, please. So food. We have lots and lots of delicious food in Canada. Like I told you, we're very multicultural. In Cheongju, if I want Indian food, I have to go to Shine or Chungdae. If I want Mexican food, there is no Mexican food. If I want Thai food, I'm sorry, there is no good Thai food. But in Canada, we have lots of restaurants, and they are everywhere. You want Chinese food, you want Indian food, you want Korean food, Japanese food, Mexican food. That's all 5 minutes from my house. I don't live in the big city. I live outside the big city. I live in the suburbs. I'm going to tell you about some Canadian foods. These are from Canada. You've probably all tried this, I hope, maybe English camp. Maple syrup. It is very, very sweet. It is very, very expensive. Even in Canada, we've had a very, very bad few years. The maple harvest in Canada has been very bad for the last 5 years. Global warming, the weather's changing, less and less maple syrup, even for us. What are these? French fries. They are delicious. Do you know what this is? It's cheese. It's hard to tell, so I'll help you a little bit. That's cheese. What is that? I heard it, sorry? Kuga? I can't hear you. Gravy, it is sauce. French fries plus cheese plus gravy gives you poutine. That's a French creation. It's from Quebec. We love it everywhere in Canada. If you had to eat one thing that's Canadian, I suggest you eat poutine. Not me, I don't like cheese. I'm sorry. But you'll like it if you like cheese. And Nanemo bars. Perfect. Okay, Nanemo bars. These are a Native American, First Nation creation. You make this cake without baking. First, you get a wafer. Do you know what a wafer is? Like a biscuit. You have a fine biscuit on the bottom. You have custard in the middle. And you just put chocolate in the top. Very delicious. Like our choco pie. That's like our choco pie. Canadian bacon. It's more like ham. I don't know why we call it Canadian bacon. It's more similar to ham, from my understanding. Is that correct, right? Who is it? It's like ham. Who's next? And these guys, they are called the Mounties. They are our federal police. These are the police officers that do very serious crimes. They don't dress like this. This is usually for decoration. This is usually to show off. Normally, they'll wear a suit or something more relaxed. But if you want to look at someone dressed like a Canadian, this is probably the most Canadian you can get. They do ride horses. They do ride horses still, even in Toronto. So now we're going to play a small game. I want your input, okay? I'm going to show you two pictures. I want you to tell me which number is Canadian. You can just hold your finger, okay? 1 or 2. You don't have to yell. So which one is Canadian? Which one is Canadian? Show me your fingers. I want to see. Very smart. Excellent. Number 1 is Canadian. What is number 2? What is number 2? Eiffel Tower. Excellent. Next slide. This is the CN Tower. It is in Toronto. It is like the Seoul Tower. Boring. Next. Which number, which one do you think is Canadian? Which one do you think? Perfect. You're all very smart. Yes, number 2 is Canadian. Where is the kangaroo from? He is very delicious. I had kangaroo pizza in Australia. Really delicious. But yes, walruses, not delicious. Very oily, very fat. You don't want to eat a walrus. We have these near the Arctic Circle. Next, please. Which one is, don't look at the flag. Which one is Canadian? What's number 1? White House, right. Who lives there?
Obama.
The President of the United States. Obama is only temporary. The President. Right, so number 2, I already told you that's, what is number 2? What is number 2? The Parliament, yes, it is the Parliament of Canada. Excellent. Which, I didn't tell you this. You have to guess this one. Which one is Canadian? Hands 2. Only 2. Hands 2. Hands number 1. Number 1, you are correct. Basketball is a Canadian sport. It was made by a Canadian person. The Canadian teacher went to America, but he was Canadian. He went to Massachusetts. He had a very, very bad class. Very bad class. In university, or high school. Bad class in high school. In winter, they didn't want to do anything. They just wanted to fight. So he thought, how can I control them? He made basketball. That's why in basketball, if you touch someone, foul. Your ball is gone. That's how the teacher controlled them. Pretty smart.